guys, good morning or good afternoon, good night, wherever you are, whenever time you're watching this. I really wanted to film a vlog where I actually looked halfway decent, but right now, where I am in New Jersey, let me just double check so I could tell you with conviction. Hold on. Okay, so it's exactly 11:30 in the morning right now. An hour and a half ago at exactly 10, I looked at what the temperature was, okay? And it said that it was 83 degrees and 104 degrees is what it felt like with humidity. Right now, just an hour and a half later, it's 90 degrees and it feels like 110 because of the humidity. My face itself is literally melting. So I'm not going to put makeup on. I'm not going to worry about it. You guys have definitely seen me in worse conditions, so I have nothing to hide. I'm very comfortable with my pasty, freckly, dark circled self. It's fine. I vlogged a little bit yesterday, but I don't think I'm going to end up using those clips just because everything was really choppy and I don't know what I said and I don't know what I was responding to with some of the later clips. I don't know if I explained everything, so I'm gonna try and I'm gonna try and talk about those things again. So yesterday, maybe I'll show you the clips of what I had started packing. So I had my shoes and I had some essentials and stuff that I wanted to remember, little things that I don't necessarily think of, but I wanted to have them, so I have those ready to go. Went through my closet and pulled out some clothes that I think I'm gonna bring. It doesn't actually look this bad. This pile isn't touching the floor. It's on top of my little ottoman thing that sits here. So this pile really isn't as bad. And underneath that side of it are shoes. So it's not that crazy. I did take out a bunch of things. Then I whittled that down. I took 13 things out of it and put them back in my closet and decided, you know what, I probably don't need those. I can bring 2 luggages, 50 pounds each, I believe. And I'm not so worried because that's actually a lot. To get 50 pounds of clothes and shoes and stuff, that's a lot. I'm not bringing blow dryers. I'm not bringing hair things. I'm not bringing any appliances or anything. And I have my computer, my camera, my iPad, all that stuff gonna be in my carry-on, so that's gonna be separate anyway. Well, if you're anxious like me, you understand that maybe something could happen. You could spill something on yourself, you could shit yourself, you could have some kind of major issue and need an entire change of clothes in your carry-on, which I bring. Everything from a new pair of underwear, pants, shirt, everything. I'll have some sweatshirts and stuff for the flight. I'll have all of that in my carry-on as well, so that'll also take some of this stuff. The clothes that you see here are literally just dresses and long sleeve shirts and sweaters and stuff. You might be like, oh, you're going to a really warm place in China. It still does get cold. You know, in the winter they do still get a little bit of snow. This is my first time going this time of year, so for the upcoming years I might know a little bit better. Maybe I won't need so many sweaters. But I tend to, in the winter, you know, I get very cold. Okay, so we are gonna go ahead and get to packing a little bit more, or I don't know what we're gonna do. Actually, what I have to do, what I haven't updated you guys on, are my prescriptions. Looks like the birth control, which is the main thing, is not gonna be as much of an issue. Can I help you, sir? Why are you breathing heavily at me? Called my insurance company. The first time that we called a long time ago, because we were worried about my coverage, and this was before I knew that I was going to China for sure, so I knew that I had to get some kind of insurance. They told me that once I turn 26, so on my birthday in September, I will lose coverage. And so that's what I was going by. I was like, damn, even if I try and get some prescriptions, I only have a month worth that I can get through the coverage that I have. So I'm like, shit, what am I gonna do? When I called maybe 2-3 days ago to get a prescription override so that they could give me those prescriptions, I didn't say anything about oh yeah, I think my coverage ends. So he goes to put the thing through and he's like, oh man, we got a problem. Because I told him I needed it until July of next year when I'm supposedly coming home again, or June or whatever. I was like, yeah. He goes, yeah, you know, we have a problem. You're only covered through December. And I was like, oh, that's a surprise. I was like, December though. Okay, yeah, I'll take it through December. I don't know if my doctor here will be taking my Chinese insurance, or if for the months that I come home I'm gonna have to get other insurance, a supplemental insurance for here, because I don't know like how that works. Can you please just watch? This is a constant sneak attacks. So anyway, bottom line, issue's probably not going to be birth control. Issue could be the lorazepam. By law, they can only give me 3 months of it, but my doctor will not prescribe me 3 months worth. He will give me a month and a half. So, I mean, the pharmacy told me that they, like, legally, as long as he wrote out the prescription and hand wrote that, like, I am legally allowed to travel, like, he prescribed me this much medication to travel with, and that it's okay, that there shouldn't be any issue. But when I talked to him, when I called the doctor and talked to him, he goes, "Oh, 180 pills. That's he goes, that's a lot." He's like, "You know, the best I can do is give you 90 at 2 pills a day. That's only, you know, like a month and a half." And I wonder if I would see any difference if I took half a pill in the morning rather than a full pill, and then when I went to sleep to help me sleep, just took the whole pill. So that would extend it, you know, another however many days, maybe another month or so. I feel a little bit slighted, like that should not be an issue. But on the other hand, I did ask him, can I find a doctor to, like, is that gonna be a prescription that I'm gonna be able to get in China if I need it? And he said, yeah, he's like, oh yeah, probably, you know, I think it's very common, so I'm gonna try. I can't be the only person that has ever, like, relocated long-term with the intention of coming back to America. Like, I can't be the only person. Like, does everyone go through this? Why is this so difficult? And I feel like for him, for the doctor, my mom was like, oh, well, he's mad because he's losing a patient. No, he doesn't care because it's not him. Like, it's not happening to him. He doesn't feel this stress, and he doesn't feel what I feel. So I think that's a red flag. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and try and get some work done. I have to go to work tonight, so, you know, I'll try and do some more packing. I don't know. In the meantime, I'm gonna get ready and, like, watch some vlogs and do some stuff. Gonna hang out a little bit, try and get some stuff done. I will keep you guys updated. Bye. Right? Too hot for babies. Come here, Kane. Hi, baby. Notice the pile of clothes has not been changed or put away or packed, but I gotta help her. You gotta help her. This is my precious boy. Yeah. Hi, baby. Hello guys, good afternoon. Yeah, it is noon now. Originally we had planned to go to the Renaissance Fair today, but it is too hot, like dangerously hot outside, so I don't think we're gonna be doing that. And I don't know what actually, like, will happen instead. I think we're just gonna kind of chill around at home, maybe do some shopping at like some local stores and stuff, because you can't be outside. You cannot be outside somewhere without air conditioning. So that is kind of unfortunate, I guess. What is going to happen also, I think my dad's gonna go into the attic and grab my suitcases so I can actually start putting things away, so I can, like, start folding and see how much room, and do like another once over of things that I think I want to bring, things that I have out to bring but should put back in my closet or back whatever. So that's gonna happen today, hopefully. Yeah, right now I'm just kind of hanging out, watching some videos on YouTube. Just trying to stay cool. Sorry these vlogs aren't very interesting. I can't do anything. There's nothing to do. It's so hot and it's so gross, and I can't go out and, like, do fun things when I have all of this stuff for, like, packing and getting ready hanging over my head. So hopefully once I actually get to China, the vlogs will be a little bit more interesting. Hopefully before then too, because I have a couple things, like, planned to do before I leave that I want to experience here and get done. I'll keep you guys posted on that. I actually went up in the attic to get my suitcases because my dad, well, he opened the attic and, like, pulled the thing down, but his legs are really bad, so I felt bad making him crawl up there. But I got my suitcases down, and I forgot that my My carry-on was also up there. I didn't know where it was, so I have that. There's quite a bit of space in there, so that's good. So this suitcase right here has got me to China the first time I went. Then it went to Italy. Then it went to India. Then it went back to China. And then it's going back to China again. Oh, and I still have all my stuff from last time I was in China. That suitcase was $5 at a garage sale. My mom picked it up before I had to go to China. And then I have another suitcase. It's right here, hold on. I have another suitcase that I pulled out of someone's garbage, maybe like last year or something. So yeah, this one right here, I pulled out of someone's garbage last year, I believe. The suitcase inside is fine, like everything's fine, the wheels are good, but what had happened was this thing is broken, so my dad fixed it so that, because it wouldn't come up or it wouldn't go down or something, so he fixed it, he like pulled some parts off, so now all you have to do is like press these things and it comes up just fine, and someone threw it out for that. And I am a dumpster diver, and I am not above pulling perfectly good items out of the trash, because suitcases especially, they're expensive and I'm not about to spend a lot of money on them. But what I would like to do when I do have money, and especially if I'm going to be traveling a lot, I would like to invest in some of those suitcases where, okay, see how these guys have wheels only on the bottom and they only go one direction. So I would like to get the suitcases that have like the four wheels and the wheels that like rotate so that you can walk them flat and like put stuff on them and push them, because those are like really useful when you have so many suitcases, and it just makes everything a lot easier because you don't have to have your arms behind you pulling everything. What I do like about my carry-on, and it's usually I for a long time I hadn't been using a carry-on that like was specifically a carry-on, you know, it was kind of just like a tote bag. But what I like about this one is that it's got this thing that goes through the handle of my suitcase. So that's one thing that I get to put on top of my suitcase and not have to carry it. So that's always a good thing. Alright, so what is going on with my hair? Why didn't you guys tell me when it does this? I believe yesterday I had told you guys about some issues with like my prescriptions, mainly the lorazepam. So what I do, I take 1 milligram twice a day. That's like nothing. That's like literally like a placebo practically. What I started to do yesterday, I'm gonna go ahead and take, instead of taking 2 a day, I'm gonna take 1.5. I'm gonna cut one of them in half and take that during the day and then take a full one at night, because I find that I'm much more anxious at night. They kind of help me sleep a little bit better. So I'm gonna trying to do that. Last night I kind of messed it up because in the morning I forgot that I wanted to do that and I took a full pill, so I had to cut it in half for last night. So last night I, took only a half and I had some bad dreams and I don't know, and I woke up anxious and I don't know if that was like all in my head. Well, obviously it's anxiety, it's all in your head. I don't know if me, waking up anxious and feeling, kind of iffy this morning was because of that, or if it was just, like I said, like I made it that way because I knew I had taken like less than I was supposed to. And by the way, I don't think it's really that dangerous to do this. They're prescribed to be taken as needed. And he always tells me, like my doctor always says, if I'm going somewhere or if I'm extra anxious, I can always take an extra one. So it's not really like set in stone that I have to do it the way that I have been doing it. So I'm not too concerned about that. I'm just nervous that it's gonna make me more anxious than I need to be. So this morning I took a half, and tonight I'll take a full one and see how that goes. And then, tomorrow morning take another half, because that'll extend it a little bit. I'll do this until, I am kind of set up and I have maybe a doctor that I can go to where I can get this prescription. Always something. Always gotta be worried about something happening, but it is what it is. So I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna lay everything out and see if I can get my shoes packed and the clothes that I have out and some of this like other stuff that I have, see like if I can get it to all kind of fit together, and then see how much room I have. Because I have a feeling there's gonna be a couple processes of like packing and then unpacking and repacking and then rearranging and all that stuff. So I think I'm gonna work on that a little bit. Wish me luck. as you guys probably will have just seen, I did one suitcase. I don't think it's over 50 pounds. Like I can lift it with one arm relatively easily, so I don't think I'm strong enough to lift it if it was too heavy. So I was able to fit a lot of my shoes and almost all of my winter clothes, and that's really what's going to take up a lot of space. So I was able to fit almost all of that stuff in one suitcase, which is really good. So that leaves my other suitcase for the couple pairs of shoes that are left and my summer clothes, which don't take up as much room. So I should also have room for anything that I also need to take that's like not clothes, but I can't put in my carry-on type thing. And honestly, there aren't too many things like that. Like I've got a couple little things here and there, but most of the stuff that I'm bringing that I'm concerned about bringing, my electronics and stuff, they're all going in my carry-on. It would be like toiletries, again, stuff if I couldn't put it in my carry-on, and maybe like a couple other things here and there. But honestly, most of the stuff that I'm bringing is clothes. I'm sure I can get pretty much everything that I would need in China as well. That's like one big bag out of the way. And I started to put some stuff in my carry-on as well, like my flat shoes, like sandals and stuff that I have, like flip-flops, some stuff like that. Just kind of working through it as I go, I guess. I rolled up like socks and underwear and some shirts and stuff and put those inside my shoes because that saves a little bit of space, so that's good. Well on my way, but I'm gonna go, I have to go to the store soon. You know those things, I see people with them, I don't know what they're called, but they look like seat belts. And they go around your suitcase and keep it closed. I want to get those. I'm gonna see if I can find those somewhere. I don't know if they'll have them where I'm going today, but at some point before I leave, I would like to get those. This is all very, very strange. It's very surreal, and I'm surprised that I'm not more affected by it at this moment, but I'm not. I don't know what to make of it. It's very strange. So I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna start my second suitcase and at least get like my shoes and stuff and the clothes that I have out and all of my other stuff that I have here that needs to go in there. I want to get that stuff and see how much room is left. And like I said, I have a feeling I'm gonna go back and forth pulling stuff in and out of, you know, the suitcases, in and out of my closet, in and out of all my my clothes over there. So we'll see where I am, and how much of that has to be done and redone and whatever. And I know that this probably isn't the best method, but you know what, it's working. I gotta do it. So back to work. Try not to acknowledge the fact that I'm like sweating like it is my job right now. I just braved the heat outside. Didn't find what I was looking for as far as, I didn't think I was going to, honestly. That like, whatever that thing is, that like safety thing that keeps your suitcase closed, yeah, I didn't find that. But I did go and pick up my prescriptions at CVS, and they were able to give me 6 packs of my birth control, but the packs are only 3 weeks long. So I don't know like how, I gotta look at a calendar and like count out how many. I already have one unopened one at home, so total I have 7, and then I have 1 week left on the one that I'm on now. So I'm gonna like work it out on the calendar. Look at this wealth of, sorry if you can't hear me over the fan. Look at this like wealth of these pills that I have right now. Hopefully they like let me bring them in. I don't know if there's gonna be any kind of issue. Hopefully not. There hasn't been before when I've brought medications, so hopefully that's fine, because otherwise I'm really screwed. Now I'm gonna like I said, work out on the calendar just so that I know what to expect, like how long those are gonna get me to. Then what I'm trying to do, and what is really difficult as I'm packing, is like getting together all of the things that, like the small things, like all of my converters, my chargers, and like other little things that I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need, or like I know I'm gonna need for most of the part, but like for some, you know, I think I need them. I've made a list of everything, or like I have an ongoing list, because you always think of more things, and it's really hard to like get a hold of everything. It's really hard to like feel like you're ready, I guess. And I don't know if I told you, but I had emailed them about, you know, if I had a roommate or not, and they were like, yeah, well, you're in the dorm. Oh yeah, I did tell you guys, because I was like, yeah, this is the second world, and I was like, I don't know what that means. So my friend like looked at it and translated it, and it still didn't answer any of my questions, like whether I have a roommate or anything. So I sent them a message. I felt the fan get blocked and this fatty's standing there, that's why. I sent them a message and I was like, okay, that's great, but like I understand I'm in a dorm. Do I have a roommate? Like what size is the bed? Like what should I come prepared? Should I have bed sheets? Like all this stuff, which I know seems silly. Like, yeah, I know that I can get that stuff there, but like in reality, I'm gonna probably arrive at the school. My flight lands at like 11:55 at night or something. I don't know. Maybe it takes off at 11:55 in the morning. I don't know. But I know that it gets there relatively late at night. Like I'm literally gonna want to pass out or try to pass out. I know I won't be able to sleep, but I'm being optimistic. I'm gonna want to just lay down and like, you know, die. If I get there and it's like, you know, I don't want to have no sheets or no anything else, but I also don't want to pack that stuff like because I can get it there like the next day. Like it's very like kind of in limbo, and like I said, I know it seems silly, but I just want to be prepared, okay? I just want to make sure I have everything. So anyway, yeah, I emailed all that to them and they were like, well, you have a room with a wardrobe, a bed, a desk, and like a couple other things. And they were like, and if there's anything else like you need to complain about, wait till you're here. I was like, okay, well that didn't answer any of my questions. So that's where I stand with that, which is not like the best thing ever. What are you doing? What are you doing, fat boy? They just ate, so he's very happy. Alright, gonna get back to work doing whatever the hell it is that I'm trying to do. What is this? This is a hive from stress. I have them on my legs too. They showed up when I left Toronto because of all the stress of that and everything that happened. So that's fun. Yeah, okay. Gonna get going. Gonna go try and figure out my birth control stuff, figure out where half the stuff that I need to bring is, all that fun stuff. Ready to go now. Oh, it's never ending. Whoa, too close. So it's several hours later. It's about 10:15 at night. I have successfully packed all of my clothes, I believe. So I have both of my suitcases. I don't know if you can see because it's kind of dark. So I have both of my suitcases there packed. Why do I have all these cats laying around? I don't know where everybody else is, all the other guys, but anyway, so I have both suitcases packed. However, I am a little bit concerned about the weight on both of these. If they're not too heavy, I'm gonna put these sweaters in there, but if not, I'll find a way to like put them in my carry-on. I also have clothes like in my carry-on. I don't know, I just want to be comfortable and have clothes that I know to be my own, and I don't know. Does that even make sense? It's just like a comfort thing. Now what I have to do, what I don't have in those suitcases, and I've already like packed them and unpacked them like 3 times to pull some things out and trade some other things from like clothes that I didn't want up there. I don't know. But what I have to do now, I don't have any of my like toiletry stuff. I don't have, like I have to remember to put all my contacts, like my prescription contacts in there. Things like that, like all my like bathroom stuff. And I want to get like all my skincare and makeup and everything. And I have some jewelry that I'm gonna bring. I don't wear too much jewelry usually. I usually forget. I'm pretty lazy. I have a shit ton of jewelry, but I just don't wear a lot of it. Yeah, I'm not gonna go too crazy. I'll just bring a couple of like the things that I always wear. I have to weigh those suitcases. I'll let you know how that goes. But in the meantime, I guess I'm gonna call it a night. Like I've done quite a bit, and this is very strange. This is the earliest I've ever packed for a trip, and now I have these giant suitcases just sitting in my bedroom. Can never be too prepared, I guess. That's exciting, it's scary. I don't know like what to make of it, but I'm trying to make the best of it. That's all I can really ask of myself, I guess. So over the next couple days, I'm gonna go to like Walmart tomorrow and try and pick up some stuff that I need. Otherwise, pretty much set. So pretty scary, getting there, getting down to the wire. All right, so on that note, I think I'm gonna go ahead and, like I said, call it a night. Kind of watch some videos or edit some videos, do whatever I gotta do. I don't know. All right, bye guys, have a good one. Alright guys, thanks for watching that video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Follow me on social media, do whatever you need to do. And if you're interested, here's a clip of my last video.